Hi guys, how you doing? Thank you very much for coming back. And if you don't know me, if it's your first time, I am Beth. Today I'm going to show you how I use my Cosmic Shimmer grit paste. So far, I've been using this on eyes, and it works really nicely. Here's one that I've just started. Haven't quite finished this eye yet, need to do that. But this is how the eye looks. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. I really like how that looks. That is very cool. So I'm going to show you how I've been doing it. And I picked this one because it has super big eyes. All right, so let's get started. First thing I do is I use some masking liquid because this stuff, once you get it on the paper, it does not want to come off. You can get most of it off, but it's still a little bit grainy on the paper. You're going to need masking fluid, a cheap brush that you don't care about. Even if you put soap on it, it's still going to get messed up. Some kind of tool. I use my clay cutting tools because I don't have, it would seem I do not have, a palette knife. Thought I did, looked around, couldn't find one. So I'm using this and it works just fine. I think that's everything we're going to need. Let's get going with this. All right, so I want the grit to be inside the eye. And I am going to mask anything I don't want it going on. So I'm going to mask this part. And you can go outside of the area that you want to make sure it doesn't get painted on. That don't matter. And I do not want an empty spot. If you mess it up, just wait for it to dry and peel it off. By the way, in this paper, on this paper, it works really well. And it will stick to anything that's already dry, so be fast. All right, I'm going to do the other eye, and I'm going to let it dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, that's dry. So I take my grit paste, and I just got some in the lid. Doesn't need much. And I kind of work it a little bit because it's very stiff at start. So I work it and loosen it up a little bit. It's really hard to control, which is why I use the what you call it, the mask. And if I didn't have it on there, just putting that little bit would not come off. Doesn't need to be really thick. And it can be fiddly, very fiddly. Okay, I will do the other eye and let it dry, and I'll be right back. Now that it's dry, I scrape off any of the loose pieces. Then I scrape off the masking fluid. So next, you pick out 3 colors that you want, 3 of your own choice, light, medium, and dark. I'm going to go with the Deco Yellow, Yellowed Orange, and Chocolate. And you put your lightest color down first. This will eat up your pencil. You know what? I am not going to go with this orange. I'm going to go with a brown. And I'm going to go with the light umber instead. If you go on the side, it will just pick up the highlights. Then I'm going to go around the pupil. Then around the bottom. Then with the darkest, I am going to go around and make some little zigzaggy things. Okay, next up is the glossy accent. It uses up a bit more than expected. Again, take a brush that you don't care about. And paint it. Oop, forgot something, didn't I? I surely did. But luckily I caught it in time. The pupils, Sharpie, or any other black that you want to use. Now, I can put my glossy on it. All right. Now we will let that dry and come back. But that's pretty much done. Still needs to finish drying. So, there you go. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.